Welcome back to RF Coins, your ultimate destination for rare coin values, mind-blowing coin discoveries, and the fascinating history behind US currency. Today, we've got an electrifying story that has collectors around the world on edge. What if I told you that a small copper-colored coin from 1983, a simple 1983 D Lincoln cent, could be worth as much as $585,342? Yes, you heard it right. A penny potentially worth $500,000 is circulating among us. It could be in your pocket, your change jar, or even in your old coin collection, so sit back, grab your favorite drink and stick with me to the very end, because this story is going to change the way you look at pennies forever. Let's start from the beginning. The 1983 D Lincoln cent was minted at the Denver Mint, hence the D mint mark just below the date. It belongs to the long-running Lincoln cent series, first introduced in 1909 to honor the 100th birthday of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States. By 1983, the Lincoln cent had undergone a major transformation. Just a year earlier, in 1982, the U.S. Mint made a significant change, switching the coin's composition from 95% copper to a primarily zinc core with only a thin copper plating. This decision was driven by the rising cost of copper. Making billions of pennies with high copper content was simply too expensive for the government, so the penny evolved into what it is today, a copper-plated zinc coin. But here's where things get interesting and valuable. In 1983, all Lincoln cents were supposed to be made from the new zinc composition. But rumors began to surface that some 1983 pennies, including the 1983 D minted in Denver, were accidentally struck on the old copper planchets used before the 1982 changeover. These coins were not supposed to exist. But they do. And because they are so rare and unexpected, they command astronomical prices in the collector market. One such example, a 1983 D Lincoln cent mistakenly struck on a copper planchet, was tested and confirmed to be authentic. It sold at auction for an unbelievable price of $17,625. But wait, that's just the beginning. You're probably wondering, how do we go from $17,625 to a staggering $585,342? Let's break it down. In recent years, as coin collecting has exploded in popularity thanks to YouTube channels, TikTok videos, and social media, demand for rare error coins has skyrocketed. The 1983 D Lincoln cent, if found with specific and rare errors, such as being struck on a copper planchet, or having a dramatic double die reverse or obverse, could fetch six-figure prices in private sales. Some numismatic experts have speculated that if the right combination of rarity, mint error, and pristine condition, such as a coin graded MS68 or higher by PCGS or NGC, were to surface, it could break auction records and easily surpass $500,000. That's where the $585,342 figure becomes possible, not just as a fantasy, but as a real market potential. This is especially true when demand is high, and wealthy collectors are chasing elusive pieces to complete their sets or invest in hard assets. Now here comes the most important part for you. You might be holding a 1983 D Lincoln cent that's worth more than just 1 cent. So what exactly should you look for? Check the weight, use a precise digital scale. A normal 1983 D zinc penny weighs around 2.5 grams. But if yours weighs about 3.1 grams, congratulations, it might have been struck on a copper planchet. That's the golden ticket. Look for double dies, especially on the lettering and the Lincoln Memorial. Check the word Liberty, the date, and "In God We Trust." If the letters appear doubled, that's a valuable mint error. Check for center strikes or broad strikes. These types of errors can also dramatically increase a coin's value. Inspect the surface. If your 1983 D penny is in pristine condition with no scratches, dents, or discoloration, and it has full mint luster, it could qualify for a high-grade classification like MS67 or even MS68. Remember, a coin with both rarity and condition is a winning combination in the world of numismatics. A 1983 Lincoln cent with a major double die error sold $4.7050. Another 1983 D struck on a copper planchet sold $4.17625. A near-perfect MS68 RD 1983 D cent with exceptional luster fetched over $10,000. And the most mind-blowing part. These coins were found by ordinary people, not historians, not museum curators, just everyday folks like you and me who took a moment to inspect their pocket change or search through their old jars of coins. That if you think you have something special, don't just guess, get it professionally graded. Reputable companies like PCGS and NGC offer grading and authentication services. A certified grade adds legitimacy to your coin and makes it easier to sell at top dollar in auctions or through dealers. You can submit your coin yourself or go through a certified coin dealer. Either way, make sure you handle the coin carefully, avoid touching it with bare hands, and store it in a protective holder until it's evaluated. Will the 1983 D penny continue to rise in value? Absolutely. As fewer of these rare varieties are found in circulation, and as collectors race to own a piece of modern minting history, values are expected to climb higher. Especially coins with verified errors or unique characteristics, those coins are true investments. That if a 1983 D Lincoln cent in mint condition with a rare error crosses the auction block at the right time, it could very well reach that $585,342 mark or even exceed it. That's the beauty of numismatics: history, rarity, and demand all working together to create incredible value. Go through your old coin jars, piggy banks, and pocket change, look specifically for 1983 D Lincoln cents, weigh them. Inspect them under a magnifying glass, and if you think you found something rare, get it graded. You could be holding a life-changing treasure in your hand, a penny that could be worth over $500,000, and don't forget to subscribe to RF Coins for more amazing coin stories, market updates, and hidden treasures you might already own. Hit that like button, leave a comment below if you found a 1983 D penny or have questions, and share this video with your friends and family, because you never know who might have a rare coin sitting in a drawer. Thanks for watching, and as always, happy hunting, and may your next penny be worth a fortune. Welcome back to RF Coins, the ultimate destination where every penny has a story and every coin could be your hidden fortune. Today, we're diving deep into a coin that might just be sitting in your pocket or tucked away in an old drawer, the 1996 Lincoln cent. You might think it's just a regular penny, but believe me, by the end of this video, you'll never look at a 1996 cent the same way again. Some of these tiny coins are worth hundreds, even thousands of dollars, and we're going to uncover why. Let's rewind time just a bit. The Lincoln cent has been an American icon since 1909, designed by Victor David Brenner to honor the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The obverse, or front side, of the coin features the side profile of Lincoln himself, a powerful tribute to one of America's most respected presidents, but we're here to talk about a specific year. 1996. At first glance, this penny looks just like any other from your change jar. But this is where the story gets fascinating. Now here's the twist: even though billions were minted, certain 1996 pennies have shown up at auctions fetching shocking prices. We're talking about coins that have errors, rare die varieties, or have been preserved in pristine, mint state condition. One recent record showed a 1996 Lincoln penny being valued at an astronomical $585,340. Yes, you heard that right, over $500,000. Let's break it down. What makes some of these 1996 cents so valuable? One of the most sought-after aspects in coin collecting is mint errors. These are the happy accidents that occur during production. For the 1996 cent, watch out for: this is when the design elements are doubled due to a misalignment during minting. Lincoln's date, Liberty, or In God We Trust, may appear blurry or shadowed. That if the coin isn't centered properly, part of the design might be missing, sometimes creating dramatic visual effects. This is when part of the coin is literally clipped during production. A crescent-shaped chunk missing from the coin. That could be worth a lot. When the collar die malfunctions, the coin can expand beyond its normal shape, leading to valuable oddities. Some of these error coins from 1996 have been auctioned for hundreds to thousands of dollars, depending on rarity and condition. Grading is a huge factor in a coin's value. If your 1996 penny is in mint state condition, meaning it shows no signs of wear, strong luster, and sharp details, it could fetch a significant premium. Coins graded MS 67 and higher are especially rare. In fact, a 1996 D Lincoln cent graded MS 68 red sold for over $3,000 at auction, then we have the proof coins from the San Francisco Mint. These were not meant for circulation but were specially made for collectors, with ultra-sharp details and mirror-like finishes. While common proof coins might be worth a few dollars, perfectly graded proofs, PR70 Deep Cameo, can reach hundreds of dollars. Look for errors, get a magnifying glass. Examine Lincoln's face, the text, and the edges. Any doubling? Odd shape? That's a sign. Assess the condition. Does it look like it just came out of the mint? No scratches? No wear? That's premium quality. Weigh it. A standard copper-plated zinc 1996 penny weighs 2.5 grams. Any significant difference could signal an error. Get it graded. If you suspect you've got a rare one, consider sending it to PCGS or NGC, Professional Coin Grading Services. A coin certified at high grade increases in value exponentially. So, what's the current market value of 1996 Lincoln cents? Face value to a few cents. $5 to $50, and higher depending on condition. $100 to several $1,000s, based on the type and rarity. Can go into the 5 and 6 figures, like that jaw-dropping sale of $5.85, $3.40. Yes, a single penny, a coin you might overlook, can be worth more than a Lamborghini, but beware, for every real treasure, there are fakes and altered coins. Always deal with reputable dealers, get certifications, and learn the signs of tampering. Look into coin roll hunting. Go to your local bank, grab a few rolls of pennies, and start searching. You'd be surprised how many valuable coins are still out there, waiting to be discovered. So the next time you find a penny on the ground, don't walk past it. Pick it up. Examine it. That tiny copper coin could be your next big payday, and if you have a 1996 Lincoln cent hiding in your collection, now's the time to take a second look. It might just be the rare one worth $500,000. Smash that like button if you learned something new. Comment below if you have a 1996 penny. We want to hear your story. Subscribe to RF Coins and hit the bell so you never miss a chance to turn pocket change into treasure. Welcome back to RF Coins, the place where we dive deep into the fascinating world of coins, their values, their history, and the ever-changing market trends that impact their worth. If you're a coin enthusiast, or if you're simply looking to add some valuable pieces to your collection, today's video is one you won't want to miss. We're going to take an in-depth look at a coin that has seen a surge in interest and value over the years, the 1998 Lincoln penny. This seemingly ordinary penny is anything but ordinary when you dive into its history, its current market value, and the potential it holds for collectors. The 1998 Lincoln penny. A quick overview at first glance. The 1998 Lincoln penny may seem like just another penny in your pocket, and you might not think much about it. After all, it's made from copper-plated zinc, just like many other pennies minted during this period. But let me tell you, there's more to this coin than meets the eye. It was produced at the Denver Mint, which is why it bears the D mint mark. The 1998 penny was part of a larger series of Lincoln pennies produced for circulation, and it marked the 199th year of the United States' existence. However, the value of this coin today is not just tied to its minting year or the fact that it's a Lincoln cent. Let's take a deeper look at the fascinating history behind this particular penny and what makes it worth so much more than just 1 cent. The history behind the Lincoln penny. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The coin quickly became iconic, with its design featuring the image of Lincoln on the obverse and, initially, the wheat ears on the reverse side. In 1959, the reverse was redesigned to feature the Lincoln Memorial, which remained on the reverse of the penny until 2009, when the U.S. Mint began releasing a series of designs to mark the bicentennial of Lincoln's birth. The 1998 Lincoln penny is part of the series where the Lincoln Memorial was still on the reverse side, marking an era when the coin was still a mainstay in American daily life. These pennies were produced in large quantities, which is why many collectors don't think much about their value at first. However, when we look at specific variations, mint errors, or the current state of the market, you'll realize that these pennies are worth a lot more than you might expect. The value of the 1998 Lincoln penny. Now, let's talk about what really matters, the value of the 1998 Lincoln penny. You might be surprised to learn that, despite being produced in large numbers, certain 1998 pennies have increased in value, especially those in exceptional condition. This penny, while generally worth only its face value of 1 cent, can fetch significantly higher amounts, depending on its condition and any unique features it might have. For example, if you happen to find a 1998 Lincoln penny in mint state condition, especially one that is graded MS 67 or higher, it could be worth anywhere from $10 to $20, or even more if the demand is high. However, you might be wondering, what makes this coin valuable in such a way? The answer lies in rarity. The 1998 Lincoln penny is not considered rare in itself, but when it comes to coins in pristine, uncirculated condition, or those with particular errors, its value skyrockets. Coins that have been carefully preserved, untouched by the elements or human hands, tend to fetch higher prices at auction or in private sales. Collectors are always on the lookout for these specimens, mint errors and variations. What really gives the 1998 Lincoln penny its potential for a higher value is the possibility of mint errors. Mint errors are mistakes that occur during the coin production process, and they can make certain coins much more valuable. In the case of the 1998 Lincoln penny, there are a few key errors to watch out for. One such error is the double die obverse error. This occurs when the die used to strike the coin has been misaligned, leading to a doubling effect on the letters and numbers on the obverse of the coin, particularly in the word Liberty and the date 1998. If you find a 1998 penny with this type of error, you might be sitting on a real treasure. These error coins can fetch hundreds of dollars, sometimes even more, depending on their condition and the extent of the doubling. Another error to keep an eye out for is the off-center strike. This happens when the planchet, or the blank piece of metal, is not properly aligned in the press. As a result, part of the design is missing or off-center. While this is a less common error, it can make the 1998 penny much more valuable if you happen to find one with this flaw. Off-center strike coins are often highly sought after by collectors, and they can command a price of $100 or more, depending on the severity of the error. Market trends and current value. In recent years, coin collecting has experienced a resurgence in popularity, and more people are getting interested in the market value of their coins. This includes everyday pennies, such as the 1998 Lincoln penny. As we mentioned earlier, the typical 1998 penny is worth only 1 cent, but if you happen to have one that's in mint condition, or one that has an error, the value can increase dramatically. Currently, a 1998 Lincoln penny in good condition is worth around 10 cents to 20 cents, depending on its condition and whether it's been graded by a reputable grading service. However, as we discussed, the key to maximizing its value lies in finding a coin with exceptional features, such as mint errors or higher grades. Coins in mint state, especially those graded at MS 67 or higher, have been known to fetch up to $50 or more in auctions. That if you happen to have a 1998 penny with a major mint error, such as the double die obverse or center strike, the value can jump to hundreds, or even thousands, of dollars. Especially if the coin is graded and certified by a professional grading service like the Numismatic Guarantee Corporation or the Professional Coin Grading Service. It's important to note that the market for coins is constantly changing, and values fluctuate based on demand, rarity, and the overall economy. Coin collectors, dealers, and investors are always looking for the next big find, and this means that the value of certain coins, including the 1998 Lincoln penny, can rise significantly over time. How to spot a valuable 1998 Lincoln penny? If you want to know if your 1998 Lincoln penny is worth more than face value, the first step is to examine the coin closely. Look for any signs of wear or damage, as coins in poor condition will not be worth as much. If the penny looks clean and has no signs of significant wear, then it may have the potential for a higher value. Next, check for any mint errors. As we mentioned earlier, the double die obverse and center strike are two of the most valuable errors you can find. Use a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe to carefully inspect the coin. Look for any signs of doubling in the letters or numbers on the obverse, especially in the word Liberty or the date 1998. Also, check the alignment of the design on the coin. If the design is off-center, that could signal a valuable mint error. Finally, if you think your coin may be worth more than face value, consider getting it professionally graded. A coin's grade plays a huge role in determining its market value, and having it certified by a reputable grading service can help you get the best price if you decide to sell. Other rare coins. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like, and let us know in the comments what other coins you'd like us to cover next.